What's good, YouTube? Fuzion here, back with another video. I've been a minute since I've done some just regular NBA conversations, especially with the Lakers. Over the holiday, I just haven't really been trying to record, been busy, all that type shit. Lakers played yesterday, lost to the Mavs. The Mavs 118, Lakers 97. High man for the Lakers, Anthony Davis, 21 and 12. He shot 39% from the field, 0 for 2 from 3. LeBron, 18, 10 and 8. Damn near triple double. Had shot 50% from the field, 1 for 4 from 3. Max Christie, he's been playing well lately. He had a 26 night not too long ago. But since then, he's been sort of coasting a little bit. He had 12 points, 3 assists, 5 for 9 from the field, 1 for 5 from the 3. Austin Reeves seems to be our point guard guy, someone that we're looking to sort of push to become one of our new franchise players. He had 15 with 3 steals. 5 for 15 from the field, so that's 36%, 4 from 11 from 3. In my opinion, Austin Reeves should not be shooting 11 threes. Everyone else was just everybody else. Off the bench, Dorian Finney-Smith had 11. Dalton Connect had 13. Who gives a fuck, honestly? We lost to the Mavs, who didn't have Luka or Kyrie. This was a pathetic and embarrassing game. Definitely hard to watch, hard to stomach as a Lakers fan, personally. I've always been a Lakers fan, but I've also been a fan of basketball. I've also been a realist once it comes to the Lakers. I understand what we have. I understand our issues. We haven't made any attempt to improve our team as a roster. We got Dorian Finney-Smith, but he's a 6'7" power forward. We need a big, or we need someone who can score the basketball, or we need a true point guard. So Austin Reeves can be pushed back to that too, so he can have a little bit more freedom to shoot the ball. I don't think the team stats really show what the issue was, but I'm going to hone in on one thing. The offensive rebounds. Dallas had 11. Lakers had 5. 3-point shooting percentage. We hit 11 threes out of 35, so we shot 31% from the 3. And Dallas shot 48% from the 3. 18 and 38. 18. So they made 18 threes out of 38. It's pathetic, and I don't think that there's some conversations that should be had around what this Lakers team has been over the past 3 to 4 years. We've made it to the playoffs. We squeaked in because of the play-in. We got swept in the semifinals 2 years ago. Last year, we were a first-round exit. We understand who we are trying to beat and who we have to beat. And we're just not making any effort to do that. It gets to a point to where, are the Lakers even trying to win? Laziness, slow on defensive rotations, not boxing out, small basketball things that should have been taught and should have been ingrained in them early is not being shown here. And it's starting to get a little corny. It's starting to look bad, and it's starting to feel like this is a what is it called? A farewell tour. We gave grace to Kobe because he did so much for the franchise. But at the end of the day, the franchise took a sharp turn, all because we were trying to give Kobe a good send-off. We didn't make any huge changes to the roster because we wanted Kobe to still be that offensive juggernaut that he always has been. And it looks like that's what we're trying to do for LeBron. I know that's not the case, but from what it looks like, that is what we are trying to do. This headline here, how impressive was LeBron's dunk last night? Who gives a fuck? We lost the game. That is the problem. That right there is the problem. Personally, I don't get on Twitter. That shit is just 4chan, but worse. It's literally full of racist bullshit and nasty losers who don't know how to go outside and talk to people. Elon Musk is a fucking idiot, and he's trying to mask his voice to be someone else, and he has hella burner accounts. I had to make a Twitter for work, so I could scan some old tweets that we did put up, and when I made it, it almost forced me to follow Elon Musk, Donald Trump, and a couple other like right-wing fuckboys. That's just how it became. That's just how it sort of was presented. And I find that shit really fucking corny and horrible. So there's conversations on Twitter that I don't even involve myself in. Then you get on TikTok, it's full of the LeBron dick suckers, casuals, fake Lakers fans. It has become a point. It has gotten to a point to where it is hard to have real basketball discussions without having to be a fan of a player. You're supposed to be a fan of a team. That's just how it is. You can have favorite players. You can say that currently my favorite player is Giannis. I like how Giannis plays both sides of the ball. I like how he every single year does try to develop and learn something new to add to his game. He added the mid-range. It is getting better. I could see even next year he could add a floater to his package. I don't think he needs one yet because he can still get to the rim, but as he continues to play, I think he needs to conserve his legs, his knees, try to keep off of that. So adding a nice little floater could help him not have to take that extra step or that extra jump to get past somebody or that extra energy to jump farther. So I think that would be good for him to develop. Also a three-pointer. I don't know if he needs to learn how to be a sharpshooter, but I think it would be good for him to have some sort of three-point threat. But that's my opinion. When it comes to what I was seeing on TikTok, I saw that dunk that LeBron did, which it was cool, but we still lost the fucking game. And I think that's what this is turning into. If LeBron does something cool, if the Lakers have some sort of interesting play, it sort of bogs down on what actually is going on with this team. It was not Darvin Ham's fault. It was not Frank Vogel's fault. It is not JJ Redick's fault. It is not Westbrook's fault. D'Lo did have some fault in there, but I don't think he was the main reason why we were struggling. It is this roster. I've said this the beginning of the year. I said this the beginning of last year. I said this the beginning of the year before. I've said this when we picked up D'Lo. I said this when we got rid of Russ. I said this. The roster is not good. Great players do not want to come to the Lakers, which has never been the case. Why do you think that is? I'm asking you guys as fans. Why do you think that is? I don't want to say it's LeBron, but I think there's like at least 30 to 40% of the issue is trying to play with LeBron, trying to understand that he will overshadow you even if you do play well. Look at the headline. He's a draw. He is, and will probably go down as the best player ever. He is, and will probably go down as one of the most important and influential players ever. But when are we going to realize that he is making the Lakers lose games? Him scoring 18 points, him scoring around 20 points, him, being more of a facilitator is good. That is, in my opinion, what he should have been doing from the jump on this team last year and more of this year. The problem is we started so late that our other offensive pieces are not confident enough to become offensive pieces. Max Christie should have been in that starting lineup earlier so he could get reps and learn how to be a core offensive piece. How many shots did Rui Hachimura shoot? Because that's another player who I think at some point is going to get thrown under the bus. Who's going to get a lot of the blame? Rui Hachimura has 6 points. He shot the ball 5 times. He shot 2 threes. Went 3 for 5 from the field. Ain't no way he should have 5 shots. And LeBron has 12. AD has 18. Austin Reeves has 14. He should be at that 10 range. The problem is we're not getting a lot of shots up, and we're not getting a lot of offense up. Because we have to defer to LeBron, no matter what anybody says. That's just the case when it comes to playing with LeBron. You have to defer to him. And he needs to realize that he needs to start deferring offensively to other players. Because we need to be a team. This has always been an issue. But I think because he was in the East, you can sort of get away with 1 or 2 players being the bulk of the scoring. But as the years have gone on, teams have been getting better. Teams have been getting more competitive. You saw the other night with the Rockets. The Rockets are a great team. They're a young team, and they're understanding how to grow together. I think that one of their most important pickups, where I don't think a lot of people have been talking about, was Fred VanVleet. He is a scoring point guard, but he took a back seat and realized what he had on his team. He defers to Jalen Green. He defers to Sengun. So he understands that. Why can't LeBron? And I'm being hard on the Lakers and LeBron specifically because of, again, look at this headline. We lost to a Dallas Mavericks team with no Luka, a Dallas Mavericks team with no Kyrie, a Dallas Mavericks team where Klay Thompson had 13 points, a Dallas Mavericks team where Spencer Dinwiddie had 19, 6, and 8, shot 53% from the field. He was on our team and he didn't even get no minutes. And I fucking hate Spencer Dinwiddie. He sucks. But here, he was playing like fucking Allen Iverson and shit. Teams will play harder against the Lakers just because they are the Lakers. And then you throw LeBron on top of that. And then you throw JJ Redick in there. Teams are going to treat this like a Game 7 finals game. You got to understand that. You should have been preparing for that. And to prepare is to get your other players in line. Your bench players, your other offensive scorers, Max Christie, Rui Hachimura. They should have been, again, prepared for that. But because they don't get reps on the offensive end, because they don't shoot the ball, because they're not active on that end, because they don't have the confidence to do that, because they don't get the ball. It's causing issues, and we're seeing it now. We are seeing it now. A lot of basketball is mental. And in that mentality is confidence. You have to be confident enough to be like, this is a shot that I worked on. I'm going to go get this shot. You got to be confident. I can take this guy off the dribble, so that's what I'm going to do. You got to be confident. But if you don't have a chance to do in-game reps, because you're not getting enough touches, because you're not allowed to shoot the ball, whatever the hell it is, you're gonna have issues, and that is what we are seeing now. Gabe Vincent, 0 for 4 from the field, 0 for 3 from 3, 0 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists, dog shit. Jackson Hayes, 1 point, 3 rebounds, 1 assist. He had 2 blocks, but he only shot the ball once. I've talked about how we could use Jackson Hayes to our advantage as an athletic big, make him play the dunker spot, find out plays to get lobs, sort of play him as an Aaron Gordon style of player, especially because AD can make that pass from the high post just like how Jokic could. But we're not doing that. He should be getting some reps. That's pretty much my breakdown and my frustration on this Lakers loss and this Lakers team. It is hard to watch them play. It is really hard to watch the Lakers play. You don't know how many times I've just been like, I don't feel like watching this shit no more. Just seeing them play, seeing the laziness, seeing slow rotations, seeing bad shot selection, seeing bad heat check shots, even though that they're not hot, it makes no damn sense. Let's go ahead and get with the reaction. I'm surprised Molly is out there.
Was this dunk from LeBron? Because I'm hyped right now.
It's fantastic. It's fantastic. I mean, Mike, stop the presses right now. You understand? LeBron James, first of all, the dunk was phenomenal. I'm not being facetious in any way with that. That's a big-time dunk. We love seeing it. But did we love seeing the Lakers get their ass kicked?
Thank you.
I don't think we like that. Did we like seeing them get their ass kicked when you're losing to a Dallas Mavericks team without Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic? You know, this is the thing that amazes me. This is the day. Now, Dougie, I love being on with you Wednesdays, but this is one of those days that I wish Shannon Sharp was sitting right next to you. You know, wearing his goat mask and all of this other stuff. You just notice how every little thing. Oh, look at him pass the all-time score record. That's a big dick. I understand that. Oh, look at him get the most three-pointers. Oh, look at
Wait, what did he say?
the most 30-point game. Oh, look at that. That's all-time score record. That's a big dick. I understand that. You just notice how every little thing. Oh, look at it past all-time score record. That's a big dick. I understand.
Interesting. I'm just ignore that.
Oh, look at him get the most three-pointers. Oh, look at him have the most 30-point games. Oh, look at it. Stand up and let's LeBron James. I thought that we were supposed to be interested in championships. Lakers in 2016, 2016, sixth seed in the Western Conference. Everybody in their grandmama knows they ain't going no damn place because they don't have the personnel. I'm not blaming my man J.J. Redick. I'm rooting for him. I want him to succeed, and I think that if he had better talent, they'd be even better than they are right now. He is not, to me, he's not the problem. But the point that I'm trying to make is I just love how everybody is just fawning over everything we see from LeBron James at age 40. You know why I'm thinking about that? Because this dude can pass records, haven't played 7 more years, haven't played close to 500 more games than Michael Jordan. But then he passed it, and we like, wow, like they did it in the same time period and during the same era. I love how people try to walk around.
I don't even think that should be part of the conversation. I don't understand the point of bringing that part up. But everything else, I agree with. Just like I said prior to the video. We can't blame JJ Redick on this one. Sorry about that. We can't blame... we fully can't blame it all on LeBron. And we can't blame it on the refs. So we can't blame it because the team is better. We lost to a team. Again, I've said this multiple times in multiple videos about this Lakers team. We do not win games that we are supposed to win. That is why we will not be a successful team until we figure that out. Multiple games where we're supposed to win and we do not win. We cannot make timely shots. We cannot find good shots. We don't get enough shots up. We can't box out. We can't defend. What can we do besides let LeBron have his nights? If we were going to have a farewell season, a farewell tour for LeBron, then we should have said that at the beginning of the season. So, us as true Lakers fans don't need to get our hopes up for a good season. That way we can adjust our expectations. It seems like we're not adjusting our expectations, so we're getting hyped for games that we should be winning. So we're getting hyped for games that should be more competitive than they are. And we're just watching to see what we all know what is going to happen. The Lakers play 2 good quarters every single game. They have another quarter where it's very, very iffy. Either they're going to be very successful or they're going to be trash. And then we have a quarter where we all know they're just going to not play defense. They're just going to turn the ball over. They're not going to rebound. They're going to take bad shots. Watch a Lakers game, and then you'll see it. It's damn near every night. And it's horrible basketball. And personally, I'm getting sick of it. At one point, I said if the Lakers won 5 games in a row, I will buy a LeBron James jersey. This is when we were on a really good run. What happened the same day? Just so you know, I don't got no fucking LeBron James jersey.
Acting like that is the case. So we have to stand up and applaud because you know, dog, I'm gonna be called a hater, right? I gotta be a LeBron hater. You do understand that in the world of Rich Paul, in the world of Maverick Carter and the rest of the crew, who I love, by the way, and I'm very proud of them, but you do understand with them, having LeBron James, and LeBron James himself, because he's the ringleader. We know he's the ringleader. LeBron James himself, having him in the history of basketball as the number 2 player of all time is an insult to them. You do understand that, right? Right, doggy? I mean, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, 6 MVPs, 6 titles. You understand? The sky hook, the one person with the one unstoppable move throughout the history of the game. Oh, that's not good enough. Having them better than that, that's not good enough. Having them better than a 5-time champion that is Kobe Bryant ain't good enough. Having them ahead of a 5-time champion that is Tim Duncan, it's not good enough. All these dudes got more titles than them now. All these dudes got more titles. But having him better than them, just not Michael Jordan, is an absolute insult. So what we got to do is sit here and we have to applaud every single little thing that he does, knowing the Lakers going home early, knowing that they ain't up to snuff.
Thank you.
We got to just stand down.
Thank you.
Because if we don't do that, we are hating on the king.
And that's fact. And that is the issue. That's what happens when you get LeBron James on your team. It doesn't become the Lakers anymore. And I said it again at the beginning of this video. He may go down as the GOAT. He may go down as the greatest player ever. He may go down as someone who has broken every single fucking record. But we're not winning games. We're not winning games when they matter. We're not winning games that we're supposed to win. And there is some point. There is some aspect, there is some things that are because of LeBron. Perfect comparison. And for some reason, like, this nigga always comes up in every single sort of conversation because it's important. Drake. Of course, they're beefing Drake and LeBron. There's some shit going on. That's neither here nor there. Someone who broke countless records, someone who has all of these, great accolades, most streamed rap album, most blah blah blah, all that type shit. Oh, he has another hit, whatever. What happens when he drops an album? He'll get views. Like LeBron, people will care. But the shit ain't good. Like LeBron. These games that we're watching, these games that we are playing, these games that we are we should be winning. We should be playing better. We should be taking better shots. It's just not good basketball. It's just not good hip hop. When Steph Curry won their most recent title, I said that there's going to be a lot of top fives being shifted around. There's conversations that Steph is better than Kobe, all this, all that. Personally, I disagree. I don't think you can be better than Kobe without having some sort of defensive presence. That's just me. I think that basketball, unlike a lot of other sports, like specifically with football, you got to play both sides of the ball effectively. Nowadays, I don't think that is really truly a conversation. I think that Jokic is another the example of that. Someone who, again, does everything great on the offensive end. There's a noticeable drop off from his offensive skill and his defensive skill. Steph Curry, there's a noticeable offensive or a difference between their offense and their defensive skill. So it's hard for me to put Steph over Kobe because of that one glaring thing that we all know is there. The elephant in the room is if you get him one-on-one and he's on the defensive end, there's a good chance he's going to foul or you're going to go right by him. He has improved on the defensive end, but not to that point. But if he was a halfway decent defender, I could argue that Steph may be better than LeBron James. Offensively, I think he's already better than LeBron James. I think he knows how to play as a team better than LeBron. Of course, it is different, like positions, different circumstances, different styles of play, but there is a conversation there to be had. There's a conversation that if you plug in Kevin Durant into the Lakers, into where LeBron's spot is, they could have been a little bit more successful. There's an argument where if you put Jimmy Butler into that spot, the Lakers would be more successful. There's an argument. And there should be a conversation about it. I'm jumping out the window on this one. But you can't deny that that's a possibility. You can't deny that.
The question was, how impressive was LeBron's dunk? You decided to take the narrative on how the Lakers have been depressing, but that's you.
Yeah, but that's the case. Like, this is what happens when you get him on your team. I'm going to reiterate it. I'm going to keep on reiterating because it's going to happen again. The next game that he breaks a record, or the next game that he does something crazy, has a crazy stat line. Oh, this is the first 40-year-old player who had 10, 10, and 10. This is the first 40-year-old player who tied his shoe in the middle of a basketball game with his left hand because Bronny was sipping water through a Whataburger cup. Who gives a shit? Did we win the game, yes or no? Who did we lose to? It's embarrassing. It's hard to be a Lakers fan because there are LeBron fans. It is hard to be a Lakers fan because you don't know who is an actual Lakers fan or a LeBron fan. I was in the trenches with Xavier Henry, with Wesley Johnson, with Jody Meeks, with Robert Sacre. I was in the trenches with Kendall Marshall, Ryan Kelly, early Jordan Clarkson, Swaggy P. I was in the trenches with when Jeremy Lin, Brandon Bass, Roy Hibbert. I was there. I was having to defend that. I can't defend this. I don't give a fuck what he has to say. Molly, you looking good. And that's not the same person. My bad. I got her and Joy mixed up. I'm wondering if there's a conversation there going on. But that's pretty much all I got for you guys. I don't really have anything else that I have to add. I just, don't think that this Lakers team is successful or will be successful again this year. I have a sneaking suspicion that we may not make any important or impactful changes. I don't see that we're going to make any changes until the summer. I could see that they're going to throw someone else under the bus. I don't know who, but I wouldn't be surprised. That's pretty much all I got for you guys. Tell me what you guys think in the comments down below. I'll see you guys next video. Peace.